Hey everybody, I'm Lex.
I'm Jordan with PQ.com.
It happens to be PDQ A or Stump the Chump, or would I be the chump or would you be the chump in this situation?
I think we're both chumps. But on the bright side, we normally, if we get it wrong, we have to drink scotch. But for today, if I can't answer a question, I have to drink, hard coconut water.
Yeah,
better get everything
that's
right.
punishment. That is
I'm setting this over
severe
here
punishment,
because
man.
the smell is terrible. So
Yeah.
let's keep the questions easy.
Yeah, please, for Jordan's sake, keep them easy. Should we hit it?
Yeah, let's start.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go for it.
All right, we can give it a try. You guys ready to rock?
As
Okay,
ready
first
as we'll ever
question.
be.
All right. Hey, guys, is there a way to make the message step in PDQ Deploy look less like a 90s spam pop-up? Maybe a nice logo? Thanks, Jason C.
What?
Wow.
That seems like a judgment on the 90s.
Well,
I
think
enjoyed
it might be.
I enjoyed the 90s quite a bit.
So, I mean, within the step itself, no. You can create your own message pop-up with PowerShell or using the WinForms. Just make sure after you build that out, you want to run that as the logged on user. Otherwise,
Yeah.
it's going to pop up in the wrong context.
Good point. Good point. I love the 90s. It's good to me.
I was 6.
Shut up.
For the start of them, anyway.
Wow. All right.
Wow.
I just feel old now. Next question. Let's move on past my oldness.
Yeah.
All right.
And now we'll go on from the 80s, I guess. Dear guys, having an issue creating a collection that finds PCs whose most recent successful scan is older than 7 days. What would the proper filters look like for this? Sincerely, Rocco D.
Rocco. All right. First of all, let me show you how to find this information in PDQ inventory. I just opened up Bugs Bunny. That's a QJIC. There we go. Okay. I opened up Bugs Bunny. Now you'll notice in the computer table, right? Here's your tables down the left side, data in those tables on the right side. So if you look in the computer table, you've got successful scan. Okay, this was 3 hours ago. So that's what we're looking for in the computer table. So new dynamic collection, we'll call this 7+ scan days. Did I type? Oh man, 7+. Apparently, I don't know how to type. Here we go, 7+ days. There we go. Computer table, we're looking for successful scan. Successful scan date. Now, here's the thing that always gets me when I do these, right? Are we looking before or after, right? So 7 days ago. So I need anything before 7 days ago, right? So I'm going to change this to before. And the value right here, if we mess with this bad boy, sorry, there we go, would be a relative 7 days ago. Now, we can tell we've done this wrong because I don't think we have any that have not been scanned in 7 days. So if anything shows up in this, I did it backwards. There we go, none. Now, just to verify that, I'm just going to go switch that back over to after 7 days ago. And then we get 58 machines. So yeah, okay, so just, there it is. That's a successful scan date. Make sure you're doing before and use that 7 days ago and its relatives. So should take care of you, man. Hope that works. Score
Nice.
one for me. You guys have to drink. There you go.
All right, I'm going to chug this coconut water real quick.
Yeah,
Should
we do
pass
have
out.
we've got the coconut water in here.
What else we got?
Here we go. Gentlemen, have you considered adding vulnerabilities to collections such as the reg keys needed for print nightmare mitigation? Sincerely, ASB A.
So we did something like this with the WannaCry, where we built the collections based on that one so you could tell if you're patched. And the issue becomes eventually, like we had to constantly update that one with not just this patch is there, but any of the later patches worked as well. So
Yeah.
we're constantly updating that, and eventually it wasn't relevant anymore. But then to remove it becomes an entire process in itself. So it's something we can do. We probably should look at because the print nightmare was.
I mean, maybe we just give them the PowerShell scanner. We pop the scanner out so they can run that when they need to, and when they're done, just get rid of it. What do you think of that? Pulling those registry keys with the scanner.
We can do that, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean,
There you go. We just considered it. I like it.
To answer the question, for some of the more extreme ones, we have done that in the past, but it's the process to add and remove from the collection is where it becomes kind of dicey. So if it's bad enough, we might see it again in the future. It's something we have to add to the discussion.
Yeah.
All right, we're ready for the next one?
Oh, I was born ready.
All right.
This one actually might be one for JJ. Gentlemen, please explain Super Secret Video Premiere. Sincerely, Marcel L.
You can have some
No, you're
coconut
gonna have
water
to
while it
wait.
explains.
You'll have to wait until Monday the 26th.
Can we tell the subject? Can we say
Tim,
what it's
what's-
for?
No, you
Oh.
you can probably see what date that's around and extrapolate from there.
What happens every year at the end of July that relates to what we do? There you go. All right.
Kids go back to school.
Yeah.
No, that's not it. Well, they do. Towards the end of, well, I guess that's more in August, but yeah.
Right. I just saw in the chat from Tim basically saying where we can't build it into the pre-built collections, but what if we provided the collection where people could just import the XML? I think that's a fantastic idea.
We could do that.
So if we build those, just make it available. We just need
Scanner
a,
with the collection.
yeah, we just need a repo where to put, because we can't put them in the PowerShell repo.
No.
So we'll have to come up with somewhere to put them, but I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
All
like
right.
it.
Nice.
All right, dear Lex and Jordan, does deploy have a way to use the uninstall path for an application per user? Some users have an exe uninstall path and some have an MSI path. I ended up creating 2 steps filtered on collections to make it work most of the time. Sincerely, Dominic R.
So I don't know, for deploy, the way I've always done it for the per user is I basically scanned the user registry, and it has the uninstall string in there that works for that one, and pulled it from there.
So check this out. If you go in the package library and do uninstall, check it out. Firefox per user. I think we got Chrome per user, right? If you download these guys, they're great templates for how you were using PowerShell. You end up walking through and looking for those. So that's a good kind of a template on how to do that. Yeah.
I think so, yeah. So that loads in not just the current user, but all user hives,
Okay.
which and then unloads them, which makes it risky. If you're only looking to target the logged on user, then you can find that from the current user registry key as long as they're logged in, and pull the uninstall string from there, so you don't have to worry about it.
Check it out. This is a PowerShell script. So if you download that, you can take a look at that PowerShell script, see how they go about that. But good thoughts, man.
Yep.
Indeed, indeed. All right. Let's keep it rolling.
All right. Hey, guys, is there a way to manually change the IP and inventory for machines not scanning due to DNS issues? If there is not, can there be? Shannon H.
Well, let me show you what you can do. And the answer to that is I don't believe you can change the IP address. But if you wanted to change data on a machine, okay, let's just go take a look at my favorite Bugs Bunny. I'm going to right click and I'm going to not allow the scan. When you open that up, after you disallow the scan, I can change the description. Apparently I can't change the IP address, it looks like.
So you can change the IP. That will get it to scan once, but then after the scan, it's going to update whatever the new one is. So if it's still wrong in DNS, it's going to stay
So
wrong.
yeah, that's the issue. Whatever I put in here, as soon as I allow that scan again, it's going to get overwritten. So
So you can change it for one time there, set it to scan again. It will probably scan the first time, but then if the DNS is still having issues, we can't guarantee it's going to continue to go.
I would highly suggest you look up Happy Healthy DNS. Brig does an amazing job breaking down scavenging and all that kind of stuff in your DNS to keep that clean, because it's ultimately really, I mean, what does it say, 80% of problems are DNS and so are the other 20, right? So I would definitely do that, because that's really the fix. Otherwise, it's just kind of a temporary thing here. So I'm going to let that be scanned again. Boom. All right.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Dear Lex, dear Jordan, I've got an application that is installed on almost every PC. What would be the easiest way to create a collection of do not install on these PCs and remove the application as needed? Thanks, Chris S.
So this is something, can you go to our bonus content repo?
Bonus
in Google?
content repo.
So I think I put up there. So I wrote PowerShell a while ago where you could run the PowerShell and you just supply the version and the application name, and it will build an XML to have an importable collection for you based on a certain software.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And it includes ones that have it up to date, ones that don't, ones that are old. And from there you can see ones that have the latest up to date version in that collection.
And that's a great way to build it. Now, this is what I do to make sure that you can, keep certain machines from having things installed. build a static collection, and we call these like, no touchy, right? No touchy, and then you pick the machines, Bugs Bunny, Buddy. Which one's your machine?
It's not in here.
Oh, we'll leave it in. Oh, okay. So at any rate, and then what you do is this, okay? Let's say we don't want to install Chrome, right? We want to install it on everybody but the no touchy machines, right? So we'll make a new dynamic collection we'll call this prod Chrome, right? Or whatever your application, right? And in the computer table, you go up and pull the collection. They need to be part of the collection is a member of, and we'll say Chrome old, right? So then we know we need to get these updated, right? So it's Chrome old. And then we're going to add another filter where it is not a member of that static collection we just built, which is no touchy. So at this point, 24 in the production Chrome versus the, hopefully I picked some 25. So there's one of those machines like Bugs Bunny. Did we pick that one? Yeah.
Yep.
It makes you, if you use that production Chrome, it will not allow that install. The other thing you can do is go to Chrome itself and say at the package level, now this is very permanent, I guess is very, permanent's not the right idea. If you do this, is not a member of, and you add that no touchy to Chrome here, after that loads, it will never install Chrome to, obviously, no touchy, so you can launch it that way. A couple of ways to go about that and make it so they can install, but yeah. What do you think?
Looks good to me.
Did I beat that horse to death?
We can't follow the chat anymore. It's stopped scrolling down for us.
All right. All right. I'm not going to save that.
Just keep going then.
What else we got?
All right.
All right, well, we got this. A request that we add the Brave web browser to the deploy library from DH.
I've heard about the Brave web browser.
So a lot of those, it's not just creating the package, say it can install it. It depends on their EULA or getting permission to distribute it.
Mm-hmm.
So we can look into that one. I don't know how
I guess packaging. Maybe we can get that submitted to packaging and see what they think about that.
for adding new ones, we do have a process, but it's not just so much this software is awesome, we can add it. We have to make sure within their rules
EULA.
we're allowed to provide the install file.
There you go.
Right on.
All right.
Okay.
Hey guys, is there a way to use inventory to find the in-service date or something similar for the purpose of developing a computer replacement schedule? Again, from Shannon or Shannon H.
Shannon. All right, let's see. I do believe we do pull it, depending on the machine. Well, in service date,
Yeah, that would be when it's added to AD.
that's added AD. We'll check this out. I mean, maybe asset tags. Do we pull Dell asset tags?
We do have the Dell asset tags, but there's no init way with our products. So to get Dell to work, you have to go into their
And grab the
site.
one.
You have to set yourself up as a customer of theirs, basically, where then you can include those assets where you can then query and pull from it.
Okay.
But there's a lot of setup going into Dell to make that work.
Yeah.
So outside of that, they're going to have an API. So if you know what the API, if it is Dell specifically, you can write something manually for that. It's going to take a lot of work to get that.
This is what I do. Custom fields, new field. And we'll do a date field, service date. Okay. And then if you guys have a spreadsheet that got the name of the computer and the date it was bought, put in a service, import it here, and you can do it that way. So that's, I guess, the way to go about it if you can't get the Dell stuff or you don't have the time to write that process to grab that. So custom fields.
Okay. Next question.
Dear Lex and Jordan, what's a good way to create a report of the Windows install date for all inventory? Thanks, David F.
The Windows install date?
I'm not sure. I mean, if it's something you can grab with PowerShell, which I got to imagine it is. I just don't know off the top of my head. You can just run the...
The question I've got is we got the operating under computer, right? The installed. We've got that date right here.
Here, I was about to overcomplicate it.
Right. So I would first run that. I'm assuming that it should be a solid date right there.
Absolutely, yeah. So, I mean, can we show in a
You want to do a report of these?
Yeah.
Okay.
Show
So
how to do
report, new report, basic report, computer. We'll also do computer. Is that OS install date? I guess O is down here. OS install date. Fair enough. Let's run that for all computers. We'll call this. Okay, so the question is, all our VMs. Oh, there we go. Check that out. Yeah, this seems very, very apt for the fact that we blew away our lab here.
Yeah, we had to rebuild it just recently.
Yeah. I wonder if we can group by these, see if we got a bunch of them that have been built on the same day. Oh, check it out. Not really.
No, well,
Oh, there we go.
27.
27 of them on the 25th. There you go.
That's a busy day for us.
Couple of ways to take a look at that, but yeah, install date in the computer table. There you go.
Nice. All right, let's move on.
Dear Lex and Jordan, is there a way to add additional programs into PDQ deploy package library categories? We use a remote connection client that isn't listed, VNC, TeamViewer, etc. Thanks, Keith K.
Into categories.
For the deploy, the package, I mean, we can't force anything in there. If it's the inventory collection, you can build the inventory collection for your custom one. It just wouldn't be in the same location as the default scanners, or
Yeah.
the default collections, I mean. But as far as messing with the package library, I don't think we have a way to mess with any of
I
that.
don't think there's that. I mean, I'm trying to imagine why I would. I'm just,
Here's the
if you
question.
ever see my desk, you understand I just don't organize anything. So
The question is if we can't do it in the product, does that mean not answering it right and I have to drink, or am I still safe from the coconut water?
oh no, you have to drink coconut water. I just want to see the face you make when you drink that.
I'm going to wait for the adults to weigh in on that.
The adults,
Yeah.
check it out. I have an adult beverage right here.
All right, guys. Well, we have one more question, so
Okay.
let's do it.
Okay.
Gentlemen, in a client-server setup, is there a way to force the server machine to clear its DNS cache? We frequently have issues where the deploy server is caching old entries for too long and not able to deploy or scan, yet the client machine can reach the same machine fine. Craig M.
I can think of a couple of ways to do that. Simple batch file that you run in the task scheduler every, 15 minutes, 10 minutes. What else are you thinking there?
Well, you can't have it part of any sort of deployment because that's going to be on the remote machine. So it's got to be local. So yeah, you could either have a PowerShell step that runs it just against the local machine. It's just a package in it, or you could do a task scheduler. Anything that runs the PowerShell or the command line to clear it out, just run locally. Task scheduler is built in, but you can also just have it on a schedule with deploy.
I guess you could just build a tool that just runs it local, boom,
Yeah.
every time you click it. So, I mean, to do that, right, you go to tools, custom tools, right? Let's just build one, right? We're going to build a new tool. We're going to name it Clear Dat Cache.
That one didn't resize.
Cache. I'm just kidding, guys. I know how to spell cache. And let me resize this before someone yells in my ear. Okay, run type. Why would we want to run this local or remote?
Local, because if the issue is DNS, the remote one's probably not going to work anyway.
There you go. So it's going to want to be run local on the server. Run as, we'll just use the user credentials, right? IP can config. I swear I write this
I was going
every
to say, if you
day.
remember this one.
Shut up. I can flush DNS, dude. All right. Shell. Do we want to capture the output? No shell. Close shell on completion. What do you
I
think?
don't think we need to capture anything. We can trust that it's working.
Can we? Can we? Okay. We'll just close shell on completion. All right. And then you want to change the icon on this to. You need like a biohazard sign or something, right?
We're pretty limited.
We'll go with the world
like
because we're going to flush that, right? So
We flush the world.
flush the world. Do we want to Control Alt F for flush?
There you go.
All right. Save the tool. Now, because this is local, we should be able to just go in here and do a Control Alt F. We should be able to do a Control Alt F. I think it flushed really fast there.
Oh, because we didn't have the window stay or anything. So
Okay,
it
let's
wouldn't-
pop that. Let's change that so we can see that because it looked like it blinked really quick twice. Clear dat cache. And we'll leave the results. Capture the output.
let's do it.
We'll leave the shell open. We'll do that. Save. One more time. Boom. Boom. Control Alt F. That seems like a find. Am I like hijacking a?
And I don't know. What if you?
There it is. There it is. Okay, boom. Sorry.
So you
I
didn't-
just
you
need to
didn't have
actually
machine
hit the correct
selected.
keys.
Yeah.
On the, you guys should not give me a keyboard like this, where the keys are all where they're supposed to be. But there it is. Flush the cache. So on command or put in task scheduler.
Yeah. If you have a very forgiving networking team, you can use PowerShell to constantly scavenge more aggressively than your DNS servers are.
That just sounds kind of evil. I like it.
I wrote it once at the request, and it works.
It works.
It works. It definitely.
So
There's no stale records.
We got to go back. We got to go back for that caveat. Forgiving network team.
Well, no, if they allow you to, have something on the network that's constantly scavenging more aggressively than Windows allows, then you can just throw that up there, and it'll always be clean.
What UFC IT, right? Like full contact IT there. I love it. We have
Alright,
more
guys.
questions?
We don't, but so let's go ahead and wrap it up.
Right?
That was an early one today.
Yeah. Well, it's because we answered the questions so well and efficiently.
Is that what it is?
I think so.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey guys, we appreciate you watching PDQ A. Again, this is for you guys. So the more questions you have, obviously, the longer we run with it. And thank you guys for watching. I'm Lex.
I'm Jordan, PQ.com.
Thanks for joining our webcast today. Congratulations, Shannon H. and DH. Probably no relation. Winners of PDQ swag. Send us your info at webcast@pdq.com. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you back here again next week.